Oh, PC Smoker back again with a little video, little movie review and all that. And for now, just been smoking what's left of my Diesel Unlimited D.6. And the movie I just got back from seeing was The Dark Knight Rises. And it was good. So it started action packed at the beginning, and then in the middle it kind of tapered down, and then the action rose again. Which leaves a question. Does Batman lose or does he die? I'm not going to tell you. You spoil all the fun. And, you can't see it, when it's playing between now and I suppose I'll drop off before Labor Day, so you can't see it by then. You can always watch it on DVD when it comes out around Christmas. So, anyway, at least two characters from the first film reappear. So I ain't gonna tell you who they are. Just gonna have to see it. And speaking of the movie, not much of a chronology or anything like that, but when you're watching it and you kind of remember what happened back in Colorado, you might get a sense of when the whole bloody terrorist massacre happened. So you might get an idea of why some of the people might have thought that was a stunt. So when you watch that portion of the movie, which is about 30 minutes in, you understand why. As for the guy who shot him, well, I said, well, we all saw what he looked like on TV, and of course his hair was dyed orange. And, the press thought of it as him playing the Joker, but of course I don't think any of these people watched Batman Forever when Jim Carrey played the Riddler, and when he got in a full green costume, all that, green suit and all that, his hair was dyed orange. As for those who refer him to the Joker, I don't think any of them watch Batman, either the TV series or the first Tim Burton film with Jack Nicholson, and of course the last one with Heath Ledger, in which Joker's hair was dyed green. So that's a little technicality. I don't think anybody in the press watched it, so otherwise I would have known. But anyway, as for the shooter himself, that's how you said on your videos, if you had a gun and were able to take it in, you would have to shoot him. You would have to shoot him in the eye, because the guy was fully covered, fully armored. So, unless you have a bazooka, which, of course, well, the Second Amendment says, yeah, you can have a bazooka. Yeah, I'm not going to say, yeah, you can have a bazooka, because that's an arms. That's a part of arms right there. So, unless you had a bazooka, the only way to stop him was to shoot him in the eye. And when it's dark and you got a whole bunch of screaming kids and women running about, there's no way you can get a good shot at him, because otherwise you'll shoot one of them. So, yeah. So what can you do about it? Am I for persons, people that have arms? Yes and no. Because, well, I've heard, you hear everybody has a right to bear arms, and most people have arms, but when do you ever hear of somebody using their gun they have in the house, in their own house, when someone's breaking into their house? I never heard anything like that. Never. Of course, there's one dude in Texas who took out his gun to shoot the robber who was robbing his next door neighbor's house, shot him, and he's on trial. And so you guys from Texas who are probably watching this probably might give an update. But like I said, you know, this guy shot the neighbor's burglar, and he got charged for shooting him. So, you know, you hear that, and also you hear, you know, kids getting into their dad's guns and then shooting, and things a toy, shoot him. What happens? Well, kids wind up dead, and the parents' kids, they get sent off to foster homes while the state evaluates the parents, find out if they're fit to raise their kids. And then, of course, there's over here, that's usually gun violence happening between neighbors, and they get shot, and one of them gets shot. And then one thing I remember back in the news, one of the Super Bowls, is, you know, during an argument during a football game, a guy shoots another guy in the house. So, you know, I might say all those are rare instances, but, you know, those are what we hear. We don't hear much about the homeowner shooting the bad guy in their own house. Never hear of it. So, because it doesn't, well, because rarely happens. And then, except for one instance in which I remember from Paul Harvey, homeowner shot the burglar in his house, and the burglar sues the homeowner who had the gun, sues him for disrupting his livelihood. I mean, that's how the burglar makes his income. So the burglar sues the gun owner, the house owner who had the gun, for damages because of it. Very stupid, but, you know, that's how it works. You shoot me, and I sue you for damages and inflicting great bodily harm and emotional distress and blah 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 blah. So, you know, and quite frankly, you know, I don't own a gun. I don't want to, you know, because I have no need for it. Of course, I'm going to say, oh yeah, sooner you will. If someone breaks in, you know, well, yeah, you have to assume he's armed, but, you know, I can always try to hold him an awful lot, but you know, hopefully, I'll never have to be put to the test, because there's another law that I must obey at all times, and that's thou shalt not kill, period. So, you know, that's the law I gotta follow. So you might be I don't know how you say it, might be fine with shooting somebody dead, all that, you know, you might be fine with that, and all the ramifications that'll happen when you continue on living and all that, and then afterwards. So, those are my 2 cents right there. So, anyway, if you haven't seen Batman, you know, go ahead and watch it. You'll like it, and you find out what some of the surprises are, and who shows up in the first film, and all that. And of course, what happens to Batman? So it's all there. So that's it for this video here. So keep those home briars burning and cigar smoking, and see you later. And now this is the part you can turn off now because you know what's next. I'm not running for anything, but I approve this message.